it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative. Hello to everyone, and welcome to the weekly edition of Alter News, where we discuss a little bit of the alternative side on the internet. So yeah, I've got some articles, a little bit on the alternative side. So we'll see how it goes. But I can already see people rocking up in the chat. Hello, Jean Rick. Hello, my lovely. How are you doing today? Phil in the house. A up. And the One Show as well. Yes, from the Ravens flock. Watching you guys last night. Oh my goodness. That whole thing with Nature Boy and Ric Flair. Like, whoa, I remember seeing him like on WCW when it was on TNT. If you may remember that, I don't know, but I remember those days when he was on, like, and then to hear what happened. Oh, yeah, that is all kinds of creepiness. But if you had joined in live and you're thinking, I can't chat in the actual chat. Like, it won't let me. What's going on? Well, there's only one thing for it. Subscribe to join the Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, all of that good stuff. And when you subscribe, you'll then magically see the access to the live chat appear. So, yeah, subscribe and then you can chat with me. Because why the heck wouldn't you want to? I'd want to chat with me. That's all I'm saying. Yesterday, though, was our first ever Alter Nerd tribe leader stream exclusive, and I watched Shazam for the first time. Guys, there is going to be a YouTube short coming shortly after this Alter News segment. Keep your eyeballs and ear holes out for that one, because Phil would probably attest to this one. It was interesting, but all for the wrong reasons, guys. What's the hype about Shazam about? I'm gonna leave it there. There you go. And yes, Will Morris, I did watch Nitro back in the day. Yes, with Sting as well. I remember Sting. I remember Goldust. Oh my goodness, it was a thing going on back in those days. But who else? What else are you guys talking about? One Show with all the A-ups there, liking it. BK Panther in the house. Hello, how are you doing, my friend? And Kitty Bear is back. Kitty Bear, yeah, saying that he's stalking me. Well, as long as it's the polite kind of stalking, then yay. But One Show says, I know, right? Learned something new about our Alter Nerd tribal chief. Well, there you go. But yes, how's everyone's week going? Hope it has been awesome. I will be putting up a new poll for all my Alter Nerd tribe leaders for next month's exclusive member-only watch party. So keep your eyeballs out for that. Also, as well, this week, the leaders had spoken. You guys, you voted for it. There is a new Dancing Stef emoji that you can access right now for your visual pleasure. So there you go for that one. Is there anything else really to update on? No, not really. But the Alter Reality, new episode of that was released earlier on this week. Top 10 conspiracy theories on SpongeBob SquarePants. It got a little bit insane when it came to my research on that one. But Alter News is taking a little bit of Alter Reality is taking a little bit of a different turn. I'm going into more of the conspiracy area of pop culture, TV and movies, and seeing what the alternate reality of conspiracy theories kind of bring up. So, yeah, next week, I've already done it. Top 10 insane conspiracy theories on James Bond 007. Like, dudes, those theories are freaking, like, insane. Like, oh my goodness. Like, the people that, there's conspiracy theories on who James Bond actually is, and it's just absolutely nuts. So, yeah, tune in for that. And also on Tuesday, again, I've already done it now, there's going to be an Alter Philosophy on Zelda Ocarina of Time. Yes, Ocarina of Time is like my favorite game ever in the whole wide world. So I'm a little bit on the Zelda thing at the moment, and so Alter Philosophy for the next few weeks is going to have a little bit of a Zelda flavour to it. So enjoy those juices. But hey up, Nerd Report is in the house. Hello, Lewis. How's it going, my friend? Hey up, dude. Kitty Bear says it's YouTube stalking and trolling. Well, you do have Bunda to contend with on that one, Kitty Bear. If you've not met Bunda yet, I'm sure you will. And I'm sure if you say Bunda like 3 times, he will appear. So be careful with that. Bunda, I adore you, mate. Felicia Pierce. Hello from Newfoundland. Is that California? CA? I think. Well, hello, Felicia. Wonderful, wonderful to meet you. Thank you very much for joining the Alter Nerd tribe. Much appreciated. And oh my goodness, Mexican Iron Man in the house. Yes. Hello, my friend. With a $2.99 super chat. Thank you ever so much, mate. How's it going? Course, I saw you earlier on Latino Slants channel, rooting around in the live chat, lurking. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Thank you very much for the support. Oh, it's a super chat sticker. Oh, it's a green thing with the thumbs up. Yay! We like thumbs up. Thumbs up this video, by the way, guys. Oh, CA can be Canada. Canada is where Newfoundland is. CA can be Canada. Okay, yeah. Shows how much geography I knew. I got a C in geography, okay, at school, so I know a little bit about where places are, but I'm absolutely really rubbish with geography. So. Okay, so Newfoundland is Canada. Bloody hell. Well, hello anyway. Lovely to meet you, Felicia. And thank you very much, Erin, for the geography lesson there. I really did need it. Welcome. BK Panther, hello. Welcome. But yes, Mexican Iron Man starting it off right with a $2.99 super chat. Thank you ever so much, my friend. And did you notice down there? Yes, the alerts I think are working. Finally, I think I've cracked it, guys. And yes, Mexican Iron Man, everyone, if you're new to this channel, things may look a little bit weird for your eyeballs and ear holes in the next 2 seconds. But for everyone else that's in the know, whenever there is a donation, we do have to celebrate in the best way possible. And that is going to happen. Get your dancing shoes on, guys. In 3, 2, 1, booyah. That's enough of that. Yes, Mexican Iron Man. That one was just for you. Everyone get those dancing Stef emojis if you are leaders all over the chat for that one. Thank you again, my friend. What else are you guys saying before we crack on with the first article of the day? So... Nerd Report, Lewis says free Bunda. Free Bunda indeed. Where is Bunda? I hope he's all right. Do you know what? I'm going to DM him. It's JJ. Hey up, Steph. Hey up, it's JJ. How's it going, mate? Felicia says she loves SpongeBob. and Zelda, and the soundtrack was my favourite growing up. Never gets old. Never, ever. Absolutely, I agree. Felicia says she's bouncing back and forth between here and Come Geek Some, LOL. Hey, I'm just grateful that you're stopping by, Felicia. Thank you ever so much. But if anyone would like to, this is optional, of course. Oh, why is that not working? Oh my goodness, I had everything set up. I promise. Like, I'm so like a professional-ish YouTuber of the world, of course. There we go. It's now there. But yes, this is optional, of course. But if you want to become a little bit more and be an Alter Nerd tribe leader, then there's a nice little shiny join button there. Entirely up to you guys, but there's only one membership level because I want to treat everyone equal. $4.99 a month, but you get your loyalty badges, your custom emojis, you get your member-only live streams. We had one yesterday, our first ever one. Me for the first time watching Shazam. That was a load of fun, probably for all the wrong reasons, but it was certainly a load of fun altogether. So there will be another member-only live stream next month. You guys get to vote on the film that I get to see for the first time ever. So there's that. Regular member shout-outs, as you can see, right at the top of the screen. You guys deserve your naming rights as far as I'm concerned. So you get that. Also, as well, only Alter Nerd leaders can submit weird, wacky, and wonderful news from the internet. So if you find one and you think, do you know what? I'd like to know what would come out of Steph's gob because of this. You can DM me at Stef Alter Nerd either on Twitter or on Instagram. And as long as it's YouTube friendly and within the terms of service of YouTube, because I have to make that caveat, I will certainly discuss it in the next Alter News. So, yeah. Entirely up to you guys. It is absolutely optional, but it is there if you would like. Gino is loving the background. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It took me a while to figure it out, but this is the background now, guys. This is it. Yes. So I've got the lighting perfect for it. It's looking cool. There's no blurring. Because I tried the whole blurring background thing. And you know what? Even though it looked a little bit cool, it just didn't look that legit to me. So yeah, new background. Woohoo. But anyways, enough of me rabbiting on. Let's kick off, guys, with some Venom news. Yes, this is from CBR.com. And hey up, hey up, hey up. Venom. Let There Be Carnage promo fuels rumours of MCU connection. There's a suspiciously worded promo. Either it's innocent or people are looking way too much into it, like WandaVision, or there's some truth to it. Let's find out together, right? So, recently posted promo for Sony's upcoming superhero sequel, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, has not only excited fans for the film, but for a rumoured crossover with Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, the question for this segment, before we go on any further, is, do you think this proves that there's going to be a connection to the MCU universe? Let me know in the live chat, or if you're watching on replay, comment down below. Let me know. So, in a post, Sony teased that there were only 2 weeks before the release of the Venom sequel because they pushed it up. They pushed it back, and now they've pulled it right up. Well into that. The video poster was accompanied by a caption reading, "In 2 weeks, the universe is expanding in Venom Let There Be Carnage, exclusively in movie theaters on October the 1st. Okay, so why is everyone getting in such a tizzy for this post? Why are they all of a sudden making links to the MCU universe situation going on? Well, apparently, how it's worded is very suspicious, guys. It's fueled speculation that Venom Let There Be Carnage will introduce its titular, or basically the title alien antihero. Titular? Pronouncing it like that, I feel a little bit rude. Like, the tidbit at the beginning. Anyway, I digress. The titled alien anti-hero is how I'm going to pronounce that. Into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Fans suspect a connection after star Tom Hardy was seen wearing a hat. You see, guys, like, seriously, spelling is everything, dudes. Wearing a hat bearing the logo of the upcoming Spider-Man No Way Home, which delves into the existence of the multiverse, connecting various franchises that were previously unrelated to the MCU, such as Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy. Okay, so basically, because of the suspiciously worded post, as in the universe is expanding, multiverse, MCU, all that malarkey, and there you go. That's the actual tweet there. And because of the fact that Tom Hardy was seen wearing a hat, not a hit, bearing the logo of Spider-Man No Way Home, apparently possible connection has been made between the two. Rumours surrounding his inclusion in Marvel Studios' rapidly expanding film franchise have circulated for some time already, after audio from the film's post-credit scene reportedly leaked. I've not seen it. I make a not to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to be surprised when I go to the Venom film. The details revealed in the audio were seemingly corroborated by audience members from early screenings, urging others not to miss the post-credit scene. So whatever you do, keep your bums on your seats right to the very end. However, the exact content of Venom post-credit scene cannot be confirmed at this time. And then it just goes into the story and all that lot. But yeah, apparently detectives of the internet have spoken. The Sherlocks of the internet have spoken because of that tweet saying the universe is expanding and Tom Hardy basically wearing a Spider-Man hat. It means that there is going to be a link between the Venom movie and the MCU universe. Evidence! Ta-da! What do you guys think in the chat? Have you been saying anything at all about it? Let me see. Will Morris Blues Brothers references? No. Will Morris Guy Fawkes mask? No. But V for Vendetta is a freaking good movie. I love that movie. Will Morris, didn't Sony make their own universe? They gave it a wordy name too. Yeah. It's their own Spider-Man universe situation going on. They're proper owning Spider-Man, which good for them. But yeah, does anyone think that this constitutes evidence that there is going to be a link, or do you think like me? That's not evidence enough, guys. I think that maybe people are reading into it a little bit too much. It's still all very circumstantial. And so, for me, until there's actual evidence, i.e. get your eyeballs on the sodding film, I don't think it's confirmation that Venom is properly linked to the MCU at all. That is my thoughts, my conspiracies, my reasoning, my whatevers. Phil says, though, that I don't think it proves anything, but it does make a good case for it. That being said, I personally think it's going to happen sooner or later. I'm sure Sony made it part of the deal. Well, yeah. I suppose in that regard, Sony would be mad not to have themselves as part of the MCU. The only thing is that the MCU a little bit of a dying horse right now. I mean, a lot of people like Shang-Chi, don't get me wrong, but I didn't. Denis Villeneuve, probably butchered that name 1,000 times now. The director of Dune has turned around and said Marvel movies are pretty much now a copy and paste, which I have to admit, I think that's true. I think that is good criticism, really, in that regard. But still makes money, still makes a lot of dollar bills. So yeah, there is that. Richard, Star Wars comic book and video game. Hello. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. How are you doing, my friend? Jean says it sounds awesome. Link the universes, but yeah, not evidence enough. Yeah. Will says, Rich, welcome back, buddy. Yes. Jean says, I'm waiting for Deadpool to get linked to the MCU. Oh, I'm so waiting for that. Oh, Deadpool coming back and getting linked to the MCU, that would be madness. But like, hopefully the good kind of madness. Like, Marvel and the House of Mouse need to leave Ryan Reynolds alone. Let him just do his thing, and that's it. It's going to be a hit. Deadpool 3 is going to be awesome, and we will forget Deadpool 2 ever existed. I hope. Phil says, we'll see when No Way Home gets out. Yeah. Although, the post-credit scenes, in terms of that article, kind of alludes to the fact that maybe in the post-credit scenes, it's going to allude to a link to the MCU. It would make sense that they do it in the post-credit scenes rather than blow the load early on in the film. That makes sense, but yeah. Richard says he's getting over a cold. Oh, well, I hope you get better soon. Will says, I doubt that the movie is linked. I'm a bit worried that it's only 90 minutes. Hey, I'm actually happy that it's 90 minutes long. I think it's going to be a concise, contained, and it's going to be fun. There's a superhero movie does not have to be a minimum of 2 hours. It really, really doesn't. I mean, again, a lot of people liked it, but Shang-Chi went for way too long. There should have been a little bit more on the editing side of things before releasing that movie, because it dragged in places. My opinion, my conspiracy, my theory, my whatever. So yeah, having it at just 90 minutes runtime, I ain't got any problem with that. But Will says Denise is right. Marvel solo flicks are copy and paste jobs. Yep. But anyways, with that being said, if you are watching on the replay and you haven't done so already, what are you doing with yourselves? Subscribe to join the Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And if you would like, consider joining as an Alter Nerd tribe leader, and you get a heck of a lot of exclusive content from yours truly. Oh, yes. But with that being said, we are going to go on to the next article. This is one of my favourites. Oh, Kavari's in the house. What up, Steph and chat? What up, Kavari? How's it going? We are going to go on to the next article. This is for the Cobra Kai Nation out there. This is from Screen Rant, and I thought this was an interesting article, so I thought let's read through it and see if it's a good one. So why Kreese and Silver have an advantage over Daniel and Johnny. Terry Silver and John Kreese are a sly, formidable team, but with Silver's return giving Cobra Kai an advantage over Daniel and Johnny in season 4. Guys, the question for this article for the live chat, and if you're watching on the replay, comment down below, is this article correct? Do Cobra Kai have an advantage over Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang? Let me know. But season 4 of Cobra Kai is just a couple of months away. I am on the hype train and I have got my first class tickets for this madness. But season 3, spoiler warning, just get it out there, essentially ended with Johnny and Danny joining forces with their dojo to essentially compete against Cobra Kai for the All Valley tournament situation. The stakes have never been higher, but season 4, Terry Silver is coming back. We saw him in the Karate Kid Part 3 and the original corporate owner of the Cobra Kai Dojo. Netflix teased his comeback in the 23-second YouTube clip, so it's already been confirmed. And it said, now the real pain begins. Oof. And I tell you something, Kreese is still evil. Not a fan at all of Kreese still, even though in season 3 we get a little bit more of his backstory with the military and Vietnam and all that lot. Still, Kreese is evil. Sorry, I'm gonna say it. I'm not rooting for Kreese and Cobra Kai at all. But the article says that they're gonna hold an advantage over essentially their opponents, Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang. The two men's military history apparently will prove crucial. With them two primed to lead their students in testing circumstances and incite strategic violence at will to sabotage the other teams. Kreese and Silver also have vast experience as dojo leaders, something that LaRusso and Lawrence are both novices at. Terry Silver owes his life to Kreese, who saved him from a forced death match in Vietnam, which we saw in season 3. Silver pledged his lifelong debt to the Cobra Kai sensei. I understand the sentiment, but probably not wise. And both men's military experience will prove crucial in their upcoming conflicts with the Miyagi-Do and the Eagle Fang dojos. Kreese and Silver are able to use their military training to motivate. You see, again, it's my favourite thing. Getting two words, putting them together into one word. Mobilize, and motivate. There you go. Anyway, moving on. Motivate and mobilize combat-based recruits in their own image. Ruthlessness gained from years of jungle warfare, shown in the season 3 backstory for Kreese, means each man can give unscrupulous orders that their rivals would not dream of doing, giving them the upper hand tactically. In other words, they'll do what Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang are not prepared to do. They're prepared to play dirty, guys. We know this. We know that there is going to be some situations happening with Cobra Kai. Their ability to engender group fortitude in order to pull their dojos through tested circumstances also cannot be underestimated. Yet the biggest card the two men hold against Daniel and Johnny is their wealth of experience as senseis. While Daniel and Johnny, I call them Danny and Johnny have recently opened their dojos and are shown still to be finding their feet as leaders, Kreese and Silver have vast reserves of training to fall back on. John Kreese has years of noose under his belt, or nous, having run Cobra Kai Dojo for 6 years before the events of the original Karate Kid movie. Terry Silver's experience leading dojos goes back even further, founding Cobra Kai in 1979 as part of his debt to Kreese before returning to train a new slew of students his Quicksilver techniques in the Karate Kid Part 3. The siege mentality that Kreese and Silver embody throughout the Karate Kid canon delivers proven results and molds formidable, ruthless students. Despite their defeats in previous Karate Kid movies at the hands of the prodigal Daniel LaRusso, they should not be bet against all these years later in Cobra Kai Season 4. Dudes, that was an article and a half. What do you guys think? In a way, I understand what it's coming across as. Look, they've got the military training. They've been senseis for a very long time. They've had their own dojos. They've got the experience. They're a formidable team, and Danny and Johnny, they are up against it with Cobra Kai. I agree. However, bad teachers are going to produce bad students, right? And good teachers are going to produce good students. So as far as I'm concerned, the All Valley tournament, I think the whole Eagle Fang Miyagi-Do students are going to win it. And let me tell you why. Because it's going to come to a point at the All Valley tournament that Cobra Kai are going to try and play dirty, right? To try and win the tournament. The All Valley tournament is going to find out, and they're going to be kicking out those students one by one and disqualifying them. I think that's what's going to happen. Whether I'm right or not, who knows? I'm just speculating. I'm having fun with it. You guys have fun with it too. Let me know what your speculations are for season 4. But that's the way that I think it's going to go. What are you guys saying in the chat? All right, let's see. So I'm just going to scroll up. All right, so Phil says, Gene Rick, did you see Deadpool and Korg reacting to the trailer for Free Guy? That was the first link to the MCU. Not sure if you count that, though. I don't count that. I just think that was a little bit of fun, to be fair. Even though technically it is, it isn't. You know, it was just a little bit of promo, kind of fun situation. I wouldn't say that's necessarily a link, but That's just me. But I loved Free Guy. Free Guy, that movie was freaking awesome. Absolutely adored it. Felicia says, I remember watching Avatar in theaters. I had trouble walking afterwards. It was 3 hours long. Yeah. We're nuts, wasn't it, back in the day? Rich says that he's behind on some things. Okay, but he knows that it's been too long. Yeah, but whatever's going on, mate, I hope you're all right now. Will says, Deadpool actually has the staff of one from Runaways in that bit. Okay, fair play. And Phil says they were good G, right? Never seen Runaways, any good? It's all right. And before we go any further with the chat, Jean Rick with the super chat, $4.99. Thank you ever so much, me lovely. You are very, very generous and always supportive. I really do appreciate you. She says, speculation away, Steph. Speculation away, with a load of really, really cute emojis after that. So, Jean, thank you ever so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Just to explain for everyone that's uninitiated, everything that I get in with super chats or cash apps or stream elements or even do you know what? I've got a brain fart now. However you donate, if you even consider donating, everything that goes in goes right back into the channel. The camera, the lighting, that's all being partially funded by you generous lot out there. So yeah, it's just to improve the quality of these streams and the videos for your entertainment, your eyeballs and ear holes to enjoy even more, because why the heck not? So Jean, thank you very much for your generosity again. But we know what time it is. Guys, the leaders out there, make sure you've got your Dancing Steph emojis ready and your dancing shoes on. Jean, this one is for you, my friend. In 3, 2, 1, booyah. Samson wants to dance. That's enough of that. Jean, thank you again. Really, really do appreciate it, hon. Wow. Okay. As I get my breath back, Will says Cobra Kai definitely has the advantage. Terry's wealthy and evil. Yes, he is. Phil says that he can't wait to see Silver come back. He was such an over-the-top villain. Yeah, and I think that would certainly help in terms of this series. It's very melodramatic, all that lot. So I think he'll slot nicely in there. Will says it's a complicated question for me. I enjoyed it, but it's not that faithful to the source material. It's very enjoyable though. In terms of liking the runways, fair play. Wancho says stay motivized. Yeah, I come out with some right shiz, don't I? Felicia Pierce says Thomas Ian Griffin, Terry Silver is younger than Ralph. Fair play. Jean says, Steph, this is kind of off the subject, but not supporting Netflix because they mocked Johnny, survivor of DV. Where else can I watch Cobra Kai? Oh, really? Jean, let me know. Was it a program on Netflix that mocked Johnny? Let me know more on that one, lass. I had no idea. Cobra Kai is literally Netflix owned, so I don't know if there's anywhere else that you could watch it, is my official answer to that. And I am saying no more. My conspiracy, my theory, my thoughts, my whatever. Will says Thomas Ian Griffith is also a martial artist, so he should add another dimension to the fight scenes. Yeah, I mean, those fight scenes in Cobra Kai are sodding immense, and you know what? The fight scenes in Cobra Kai are better than in Shang-Chi. Sorry, I'm saying it. I've put it out there in the universe. I don't care. Come for me. Whatever. So there you go. That's my conspiracy, my theory, my thoughts, my whatever's on that one. Felicia says, I haven't started watching the show yet, but will soon. I've been waiting for it to build up so I can binge watch. Ooh. Well, I've been on the channel binge watching all the seasons of Cobra Kai live on stream. So as you're watching it, if you want to watch it alongside my streams as well, as a little bit of an accompaniment to your Cobra Kai experience, then by all means, they are there for you if you would like. But I do hope you enjoy it, because it is absolutely like nuts, crazy nuts. Season 1 is a little bit of a slow burner, but keep at it, because the ending to season 1 cliffhanger is insane. The ending for season 2 was it's alright. The ending to season 3 was like out of this world. Like the ending to season 3, I was on the hype train at that point, but that cliffhanger, that ending, that was like, yep, first class ticket, please. Thank you very much for the hype train. Like seriously, it was like that good for me. And Phil says Felicia isn't that crazy. Ralph Macchio has a vampire blood. He's so young looking. I know, right? Either that or Botox. My conspiracy, my theory, my opinion, my whatever's on that one. Will says Ralph does kind of look like the same. I do hope he hasn't been sacrificing bees. I hope so too. I would certainly be concerned if that was the case. Will says he remembers Avatar. He kept waiting for the movie that people were hyping up to kick in. Yeah. And we've got the dancing Stef emojis. Yes. Jean says the new notification is cool also. Yes. I've literally, it's been like a pain in my backside figuring out how to link the notifications to the stream. I thought I had it at one point and it obviously didn't work, but now they're working. I'm so happy. So I think every time you super chat, every time there's a member that joins and becomes an Alter Nerd tribe leader, that's when the notification should come up on the screen. Fingers crossed. Matthew says, hi, Steph, helping the Green Zone for today's stream. Hey up, Matthew, of course. Everyone, if you haven't done so already, the Green Zone is a channel with my mates Chris and Kev, aka Nuff Said, aka The Orc. They are doing a stream all weekend to raise money for a charity for FMF and Aid Association. They're doing it for the children that are affected specifically with FMF and Aid. It's definitely for a worthy good cause. So do head over to the Green Zone, give them a friendly subscribe, let them know that Stef The Alter Nerd sent you, lovely faces over to them, and if you can, do consider donating to their worthy cause. All the pennies are going to go to that charity. They've got it all set up, it's all legit, and yeah, I think it was yesterday I saw it. They reached the $1,500 goal. So Chris, live on stream, to his word, stood by it and shaved his head and his beard off. It was nuts. It was crazy. I was lurking and cheering in the background for him. So yes, worthy cause. Do support them if you can. Rich says that he's in Scarborough and is being for 6 weeks. Oh, hey up. You're pretty much in my neck of woods up in Northern England. Welcome to the North. Felicia says, Avatar reminded me a lot of Fir Gully, The Last Rainforest, which doesn't surprise me considering James Cameron directed Titanic, which was a lot like the movie A Night to Remember. Fair play. Sorry, I thought there was something wrong with my mic, but it's not. We're all good. Yeah, I can see the I can see the comparison with the Fergal list situation in Avatar, Felicia. You do definitely make a good point there. Although I don't know if he's finished filming or if he's still filming the Avatar sequel. Why do we need an Avatar sequel? I don't know. But apparently we're going to get one, so we'll see. One shot says, what would you say if Hilary Swank joined the cast of Cobra Kai in its last season? I would lose my shiz over that one. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Them three together with Danny and Johnny? Oh, yes. I would be so for that. So for that. Yes. It's not being confirmed, though, that Hilary Swank is going to be joining Cobra Kai for any of the future seasons. I know that they've already greenlit season 5, even before season 4 has been released. So that's definitely good news there. But it's just rumours at the moment that Hilary Swank is joining Cobra Kai. Dude, I'd lose my shiz. I'd lose my shiz over it. I would go absolutely nuts and crazy and go around the house freaking screaming with joy and Richard turning around and saying, what the hell are you doing, lass? So, yeah, that would be the situation there. Jean says Stevie J did a whole stream on the whole situation. Jean, if you don't mind, love, can you send me a link to that? My goodness. Love to see that one. Just jumped there. Here we go. Will says that would be awesome if Hilary Swank would join Cobra Kai, but she has 2 Oscars. She might think she's above it. I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not. Jean says, I will see if I can send the story about Johnny to you. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. And thank you, Will, for putting the Green Zone link in the chat. Wonderful, wonderful. Phil says there's a theory that Hilary Swank is going to turn out to be Tori's mum. Don't know about that one. Huh. It would be an interesting link into the Cobra Kai world, I grant you. But then, why would Hilary Swank's character be such I don't know, an abandoning mother of sorts? Like, Tori is pretty much out there fending for herself. I would have thought that Hilary Swank's character would be a better mother than that. I'm just saying. But who knows? Gene Rick, right, good question. No Avatar sequel needed. Right, exactly. Will says that would make sense with Phil's theory about Hilary Swank being Tori's mum, but it would be sad considering how her life would have turned out. Exactly, right? Like, seriously. Thank you, Wancho, for sharing my Cash App link. Mucho appreciato. But anyways, guys, we are going to go on to the next article right now. And for this one, the question for this article is, do you think Daniel Craig meant it? Do you think his tears are truthful, or do you think they're crocodile tears? And I'll explain why I'm asking that question after this particular article. But that is the question for this article. So if you are in the live chat or you're watching on replay, comment down below. Do you think Daniel Craig's tears are tears of joy? Basically, truthful tears, or do you think they're crocodile tears? Let's find out together. This is an article from Variety by Jordan Moreau, and it says, Daniel Craig chokes up after filming his final James Bond scene. He says, I've loved every single second. Really? Let's find out, right? So, he got emotional after filming his final scene as James Bond in the upcoming 007 adventure No Time to Die, which will be his final outing as the super spy. Dudes, I'm getting my eyeballs all over that one as soon as it comes out. The free Apple TV documentary titled Being James Bond reflects on Craig's career as the iconic character from Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, Skyfall and Spectre, to his last ever scene in No Time to Die, which has been delayed multiple times but will finally hit US theatres on October the 8th. UK's getting it before you guys. Booyah. It's very rare that happens, so we have to be happy when that happens. I'm sorry. Not sorry. The Being James Bond documentary shows that Craig's final scene while filming No Time to Die ended with Bond running down an alley out of frame. A fitting final shot to a 15-year career as 007. Bloody hell, don't time go by. The actor gave a touching speech after wrapping a late-night shoot, and the cast and crew all teared up and shared hugs with each other. Oh, a lot of people have worked on 5 pictures with me, and I know there's a lot of things said about what I think about these films, but I've loved every single second of these movies, and especially this one, because I've got up every morning and I've had the chance to work with you guys, and that has been one of the greatest honours of my life, he said while holding back the tears. I'm going to play this, but I'm going to mute the audio so we don't get dinged by the YouTubes on this. But just have a look at how he is, you know, in terms of like his tears and his facial situation and all that lot going on, right? But it is captioned as well, so we're all good. There you go. There was the caption, so yeah, thank goodness for the captions. Makes it easier to watch that. But yeah, Being James Bond is free to rent on the Apple TV app through October 7th, and No Time to Die will hit US theatres the next day. Tickets are out for pre-order for some cinemas. What do you guys think? Fake crocodile tears or real? What are you guys saying in the chat before I give you my opinion, my theory, my conspiracy, my whatever? One show says from the previous article we were talking about Cobra Kai, I see the quadratic equations running through across your head with that theory, Steph. I know, right? The cogs are definitely turning on that one. Phil says she's sick in the show, Steph, and they never show her. Tori takes care of her. Okay. So that's the situation around that. I must have missed that. Fair enough. Jean says, Craig was the best Bond ever. I have to say, real tears, Steph. All right, so Jean's saying real. Rich says it's his last film. All right. Kitty Bear says, all actor tears are fact. They are professional liars. True. It is technically true. They are professional liars. Yes. Wancho says, well, he's a damn good actor, so it can go either way. However, when you're on set, there's a lot of adrenaline and emotionalism when something ends. Kitty Bear says fake. Will is commenting on our previous story about Cobra Kai. Tori and Julie are similar. That's an interesting theory. Tori is meaner, but Julie in the start of the next Karate Kid was mean too. True, I suppose. Will says, I believe Daniel. He's my favourite Bond by a mile. So he believes the tears are real. Rich says, I'm a professional liar as well. Hey, okay. What else? Wancho says, I actually believe him in this instance. Kind of like last day of high school moment. All right, so Wancho thinks that the tears are real. Phil says, I think this is his last Bond. He doesn't look it, but he's getting old, and a new actor coming in to play Bond is tradition. Yes, it happens all the time. Will says he's known some of these people for almost 20 years. He's been Bond for a long time. He saved the franchise. I do believe he did save the franchise. Pierce Brosnan as Bond. I didn't like Pierce Brosnan as Bond. He's one of my least favourite Bonds ever. Okay, GoldenEye is good. I'll grant you that. But I don't know. For me, it was a smarmy Bond. Puns all over the place, very corny, and a lot of people like the corny Bond. I understand that. Richard is a big, massive fan of Bond, and he does rate Pierce Brosnan, and he likes the corniness of Bond, but I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But Daniel Craig, I believe, did save the franchise. Gave Bond a little bit more of a grittier personal kind of persona situation going on, and yeah. I agree with your sentiment there. And Will says, real man tears. Okay. And One Show says, manly tears. With these going on, the guns. Okay, so, my take on this. I'm just getting comfortable before it starts. Alright, my take on this, guys. I'm trying to do a drum roll. Probably not really good drum roll, but there you go. That's what you get. I think they're fake. Oh, hello, you. This is Willow, guys. It's my in-laws, one of my in-laws' dogs. We're looking after them this weekend because they're away at a wedding. So yes, everyone, say hi to Willow. She's saying hello to everyone. But yes, oh, there we go. She's attacking the mic now. She's headbutting the mic. If I'm not headbutting it, then it's one of the dogs, right? Hello, I know. But anyways, guys. Yeah, I think they're fake. I think they're fake tears. I'm sorry. I think he's doing it just for sentiment, and for the situation and for them rather than how do I put this? He's trying to save face. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, we know what he said a couple of years back, that, you know, he did not want to play Bond again. He despised the character. He hated it. He did not want to play Bond again. If I remember rightly, there was use of razor blades in his quote or something along those lines. Either way, he displayed a complete hatred for the character, and for not wanting to play James Bond ever again would be like the best thing ever for him. And now all of a sudden, the final end of his career as Bond, and he's all, I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss playing James Bond. Yeah, cut that freaking BS out, mate. I'm sorry, but I don't believe it for a second. I think he was just doing it just because people were expecting him, I suppose, to make a little speech at the end for his final shoot and the final scene, I suppose. But yeah, nah, cut that BS out. As soon as that finished, he was freaking relieved. He's got his money. He's made his fortune as 007. He can go off now and do other things, and he's going to be absolutely happy to leave James Bond behind, because his past sentiments, you know, he hated being James Bond in the end. He never wanted to play him again. So I'm sorry. When you look at that and you look at that video, there's something wrong with that picture, as far as I'm concerned. One Show says, funny thing about feelings, they can change. I agree, but his sentiment with his hatred of playing James Bond and not wanting to play him again was so strong that I find it highly unlikely that it was ever going to change. And the only reason he came back as Bond is because of the moolah. Plus, as well, he was granted more control over the films. Sorry. More power, more moolah. He wasn't going to say no to that. But that is my theory, my conspiracy, my opinions, my whatevers. Oh, Tyler Cordellis in the house. Hey up, Tyler. How's it going, mate? He's just got his tickets. Fair play. I have a, what is it, an unlimited card. for my cinema, so I could just go whenever I want and not have to pay anything else. And it's like £10 a month, and I could go see as many films as I want to on it. So yeah, I'm already 30th of September, dudes. I'm there, big screen, watching No Time to Die. And yes, there will be a 1 minute or less review on James Bond coming out shortly after that. So keep your eyeballs and ear holes out for that at the end of this month. Will Morris says, could have been heat at the moment. He had a lot of injuries. I think an ACL tear. Okay. Recovering from that can make people mean. Possibly. But again, his sentiments about not playing Bond ever again and hating that character, I think it went a little bit deeper than that. Will says maybe he was crying because he's gonna miss that check. Facts! Yes! Daniel Craig got paid, guys. Paid for James Bond. Like, dude, a small freaking fortune to buy his own, probably his own island at this point. Rich says he's not a Dan fan. All right. Tyler's saying he's looking forward to my review video. Why, thank you. I hope you had a lovely holiday as well. How was Disney? Let me know. Will says, I think he's an interesting actor. Outside of Layer Cake, he doesn't have a deep filmography. Knives Out is in that. Jean says, any word on who the next Bond will be, or we have a while till the next Bond movie? There's so much speculation, it's untrue. Like, they're saying that Lashana Lynch could be the next James Bond. They're saying Idris Elba, Tom Hiddleston. There's so many that's in the hat. How do I put this? Every time in my lifetime, let's say, that there's been speculation on who the next James Bond will be, I will tell you this. Every person that is named as who is going to be speculated to be the next James Bond, they're not the next James Bond. It's like a curse in a way. If you are speculated to be the next James Bond, chances are you're not going to be the next James Bond. Like, seriously. There was even speculation at one point before Daniel Craig became James Bond. There was speculation that I've got. Do you know what? I've just got an absolute brain fart right now. And do you know what? When I say this name, you're gonna think, "What a brain fart, indeed!" Like, seriously. Oh my goodness. Jason Statham. I told you that was a big brain fart. I'm so not good with names. Yeah, Jason Statham was rumoured before Daniel Craig was announced to be the next James Bond. And he wasn't James Bond. So, yeah. Long story short, my theory, anyone that's speculated to be James Bond never turns out to be James Bond in the end. It's going to be someone that you least consider that is going to be James Bond. But there you go. So yeah, that is my long-winded answer to that, Jean. Hope you enjoyed. Phil says, I like the idea of Idris Elba being the next Bond. Yeah. One thing, though, that might put a spanner in the works with Idris Elba is that he's going to start shortly the Luther movie. Luther the movie, which I'm really excited about. I'm hyped up for that. Has anyone seen Luther? It's a British TV series starring Idris Elba, and he's absolutely fantastic in that series. So they're doing a film adaptation of it. So because he's doing that, if he's going to be the next James Bond, it's going to be a while until the next James Bond film comes out. So who knows? Now, Wanshaw says, it sounds like Daniel Craig gave Bond the Alec Guinness treatment, likes the money, loves the character. Boom. All in one. Will says, totally forgot Knives Out. Love that movie. Yeah, I've not seen that movie yet. But I've heard good things about it. Borg Porg, hello Borg, says Henry Cavill. Yeah. Henry Cavill's been rumoured as well for Bond. But again, goes back to my earlier theory. I've found that whenever there's a new James Bond that's up and coming and everyone speculates, whoever is speculated never gets the Bond. Never. It never happens. Now, that may change. Who knows? But past experience has taught me. If they've been named, they're not it. They're not it. Will says he remembers those Tom rumours. Yeah, I do too. During around about the same time that he was seeing Taylor Swift. Felicia says Tom Hiddleston, the dancing Bond. LOL. Yeah, but he was really good in The Night Manager. Oh my goodness, did Tom Hiddleston crack it in The Night Manager. Adore that series. Hugh Laurie as well was freaking superb. Wancho says they speculated Cavill the last time back when he was 22. Yep, they did. Jean says, don't get it. Why would Daniel be Bond? It's not like you don't know what you're in for when you sign up. Right? Exactly. Thank you, Will, for sharing Tyler's channel. We all support each other here, so if you haven't already, do crack on over to Tyler Cordalis' channel and subscribe. Wonderful dude, does a lot of content over there. He's really good with his reaction videos. I really do enjoy them, to be fair. One show with a joke. Statham James Bald. It's Bald. James Bald. Well, he had hair back then, okay? So, there you go. Will Morris, the transporter, as Bond. Pass. True, but he's really good in the Transporter films. Transporter 1, alright? The sequels, but still. There you go. Collaborative Kiwi Studios. Tyler in the house. Hey, Steph. Hey up, Collaborative Kiwi Studios. How's he doing, mate? Phil says, I've never seen Luther, but I've heard the hype. The hype is real as far as I'm concerned. Rich says that he loves Luther. Exactly. Hype is real, dudes. Will says that he loves that show as well. DCI John Luther is one of the great TV detectives. And let's not forget Alice either. Oh my goodness, she's a freaking psycho and a half, ain't she? But yeah, I would say one of the great TV detectives. Not the greatest, but I would say, yep, he's up there. Will Morris says Knives Out is just Matlock meets Clue. Okay. Might do a watch party for that. Felicia says, I'd say Marcus London, but he's around the same age as Daniel, plus he's an adult film star, so that's a definite no-no. Probably a definite no-no. Yeah, I think we can safely assume, Felicia, that would be a no-no indeed. Will Morris says, I remember Tom in that I Heart TS shirt. Hilarious. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. I think he was just trying to be adorable and like supportive of his girlfriend, and he probably put on that t-shirt because he knew that the paparazzi was there and he was trying to troll them and take the piss out of the situation. Backfired on him, I think, but that's kind of like, for me, I think he was just displaying a little bit of British sense of humour and trying to troll the paparazzi in a British sort of way. That backfired, but there you go. Tyler, with the dancing Steph emojis and the heart emojis. Yes. Well, you guys voted. The leaders voted. So the next emoji was going to be a dancing Steph because that's what you said. So that's what I'm giving you guys. Phil says, Robert Pattinson as the new Bond. Thoughts? No. Nope. I do not want Robert Pattinson as the new Bond. No, 1,000 times. No. Reason being, he's Batman. I want him to own Batman. I don't want him to do Bond. Not a chance in hell. I think as well, in terms of like the projects that he's got lined up and everything, work-wise, he's probably hopefully placed him out of the running for actually being the next Bond. No, I don't want Pattinson as Bond. I'm happy with him being Batman. Bond, no, and no. So that's my thoughts on that film. Wancho says, I'm also on the Tox Witch Tick, where I do a lot of different videos. I think you're meaning TikToks there, including singing. I'm going to cover No Time to Die to celebrate the movie. Oh, dude, put in your TikTok link. Yes, or your TikTok username, however it works. I'm new to TikTok. I've actually, Stef The Alter Nerd actually has a TikTok. I do have a TikTok profile. Not used it yet. I don't know how to use TikTok. I'm so freaking old. I'm not down with the kids anymore. I'm 35 next month. Bloody hell, I'm getting older, guys. But anyways, I'm not down with the talk that ticks crew, all right? So either put your link in there for the TikTok or your TikTok username, however it works, one show. I want to see all that madness. Will says, Night Manager was good. Then again, it was a John Le Carre novel. Side note, saying Le Carre is fun. Le Carre, however you pronounce it. Again, I've probably butchered that to hell. One show says, I think we need to see Pattinson as the Batman first, see how well he can handle that mantle. Even if, right, he rocks it as Batman, which to be fair, I think he will. As soon as he was announced to be the next Batman, I was all for it. I thought he was going to rock it as Batman, because forget Twilight. Okay, you have to start somewhere, all right? Dude is a really, really good actor. He's got the skills. He's got the acting chops. Dude can act, all right? Don't use Twilight against him. I start right at the beginning that, yes, he will make a good Batman. And I think he will prove a lot of people wrong. And I will be so, so happy when that happens. So even if he proves everyone wrong, which I suspect that he will do, and he makes out to be a fantastic Batman, I still don't want him to be Bond. I still don't want him to be Bond. I really, really don't. I want someone else Bond, not him. Will says, I think being Batman would stop that matchup. Yes. Yeah. Rich says the next Bond is going to be female at long last. Look, right? All this talk about Bond being female for the next Bond. I understand the sentiment. But Bond was written as a male character. Okay? He's a male dude. He's a male character. That's it. It's done, right? So, Justin Brown, I see ya. We're coming to you in a moment, mate. Let me just finish off my thoughts. Oh my goodness, my friend. So, James Bond is male. Right? Never mind shoehorning a female in to be the next equivalent of Bond. How about radical idea here, guys? We create a new female spy that doesn't have to rely on the Bond name and is just as good, just as kick butt as Bond. Why don't we do that? Create a brand new character, a brand new franchise for a big, kick-ass, awesome female spy. Why not? Radical idea. I know, right? But I just think that shoehorning a female in to be Bond would actually be an insult. Rather than it doing anything for us. Because to me, it means then that for female Bond, we have to rely on a male heritage for females to be noticed. No. Females can rely on their own. You know, they can be characters in their own right, their own unique, original IP characters. That's what should be happening. Not all this talk about a female Bond. I think it's ridiculous. So, yeah, they're my thoughts, my conspiracies, my theories, my whatevers. Do you guys agree with me on that one? Do you guys even understand what the hell came out of my gob? I don't half the time, but there you go. Again, word vomit all over you. Enjoy those juices. Justin Brown. Wow. My goodness. Super chat in the $19.99. And he says, hope you have a great day. Well, oh my goodness. My day has definitely lightened up after that. thank you so much for your generosity. I really, really do appreciate it. And thank you for subscribing and joining the Alter Nerd tribe. You absolutely wonderful. Guys, if you are not familiar with what's going to happen next, prior warning, your eye holes and ear holes are in for a little bit of a treat. Everyone else, get your dancing shoes on. Leaders, get those dancing Stef emojis ready, because we celebrate every single donation, because it is a big thing whenever anyone is able to consider donating to the channel. It's something that I do not take lightly, and something that deserves complete acknowledgement. So get your dancing shoes on, because we're going to go. Justin, this is for you, mate. In 3, 2, 1, booyah. Ding, 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 ding. And enough of that. Oh, balls, was the music muted then? Damn it! We're going to have to do that again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah, I muted it because of the Bond thing, didn't I? Oh, I'm so professional-ish YouTuber of the world. Justin, again. This one is for you. You're getting 2 for the price of 1 here, mate. Everyone, get your dancing shoes on. I've unmuted everything now. It's going to work this time. Get your dancing Stef emojis ready for all you leaders out there. We are going to go in 3, 2, 1, booyah. Oh, it's the same music as well, so that'll do. And Willow wants to come in and dance too. Yes. Hello, Willow. Oh. That one was for you, Justin. Thank you so much for your support and your generosity. I really do appreciate it, mate. It's much appreciated. Every single penny that comes in, I invest back into the channel. You guys, with your generosity, helped fund the camera that I'm using, so you get better visual quality from me. The lighting situation as well. The next thing that's up, and it's getting close, guys. I think I found a place that's got the curved screen that I want, is to replace one of the monitors. So, yes, studio is getting better and better and better, thanks to the generosity of you guys. So thank you again very, very much. Let's look a little bit more in the chat of what you guys are saying before we get on to the next article of the evening. Will Norris says franchise producer Barbara Broccoli has said that Bond will always be male. Yes, agreed. It should always be male, as per the rationale that I gave earlier on. Felicia says, I feel the same about the Pirates of the Caribbean. We need Johnny Depp back. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. For me, if it looks like Pirates of the Caribbean in terms of the next iterations of it is not going to have Johnny Depp at all, but they might kind of refer to the legacy of Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't give a shiz. I'm boycotting that. Sorry, I am. Do what you guys want to do, don't get me wrong, but for me, I'm boycotting Pirates of the Caribbean. If it wasn't for Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean would be nothing, all right? And for them to treat Johnny Depp in this way, not a chance. I'm also boycotting Aquaman 2 as well, because of the Amber Turd. I am so # justice for Johnny Depp. and that movement. Another person who is our very own Jean Rick. She's been how do I put this? Educating me a little bit more on the Justice for Johnny Depp movement, which has been absolutely awesome. And Andy Signor, Popcorn Planet, big, massive Justice for Johnny Depp member and supporter of that. So yeah, we definitely need Johnny Depp back. I don't think sadly that's going to happen, and for that I'm boycotting any future Pirates of the Caribbean movies for that reason. Kitty Bear says, there is a difference between 007 and James Bond. 007 is his rank. I'm fine with a female 007. I'm not fine with a female taking the name James Bond or whatever Bond. Yes, there is a difference between just being 007 and being James Bond. I agree there is that difference. You are correct. However, Kitty Bear, we're talking about female James Bond. Not female 007, female James Bond. That is where we've got, for me, a problem. And again, I ain't going to go into it again. Already explained why previously, but yeah. I do appreciate and acknowledge that you are correct. There is a difference between those two identities in that regard. Wancho says, such a novel idea. She should be a specialist in infiltration and disguise and played by a badass actress like Jennifer Garner. Just imagine it. We can call it Alias. I know, right? Exactly. Yes. Look at DW, what a waste. Yeah. And so Wancho was like sarcasm. I knew that was a little bit of sarcasm there, Wancho. I come from England, like the home of where sarcasm kind of originated from, in my opinion. So don't worry about it. You're speaking my language now, right now. It's all good. Will Morris says they're just going to use Bond's code name to launch Lashana Lynch. They've already said no to a gender swap. Kitty's right. Oof. Well, if they just use 007, fine. If they use the legacy of James Bond to springboard a female version, we got problems. Because again, female version should stand on her own 2 feet anyway, right? Never mind. I mean, again, I appreciate the difference in terms of 007 and James Bond that Kitty Bear mentioned in his previous comment. I do appreciate that. And while he is correct, again, it goes back to what I said earlier. Forget a female 007. Forget a female James Bond. It should be an original character that's female, that's a spy, that's great with gadgets, and that can kick ass. But does not have to rely on 007, James Bond, or any of that legacy. Have her own character, her own unique setup, background, everything in her own right. Why does a female have to rely on a male legacy? That's not feminism, is it? Please let me know. I don't have a dong between my legs, so I do think I am female. But I'm just... Any which way that I look at this, with this whole female 007, female James Bond thing, right? I'm sorry, I cannot support it. I don't support it. I don't agree with it. It should just be her own thing. Not relying on 007 James Bond or anything like that. Just her own freaking character. Unique to her, and that is it. Call her freaking 008, 009, whatever, you know? 002, blah. I'm just spitballing, whatever, you know, just something else, just whatever, just not that. Looking at all those dancing Stef emojis from the leaders, loving it. Yeah, no music, whoopsie. Yeah, whoopsie doodle. Yeah, Wancho. BK Panther says it's funnier when there's no music. I bet it is. Kitty Bear says boomer girl. Woo! What's a boomer girl? I said woo, but I didn't even know what it means. Kitty Bear, please educate me. What's a boomer girl? Please let me know. And more dancing Steph emojis from the leaders, loving it. Rich says, I agree. Will I sign a contract to side with the woke? Not what I wanted. Borg Porch says, I'll be doing plenty of dancing next month at EDC. Nice. All right. That'll be nuts. Justin's laughing at the whole situation. Easy, there you go. We're having fun already, aren't we, mate? Will says, I don't know if it's work, I just think that it's bad, which has hurt the franchise. Yeah. And Phil says, totally unfair what's happening to Johnny Depp right now. Abso-freaking-lutely. Will Morris says, I never made it out of a Pirates movie. I always fall asleep on them, but Johnny is a legend. He is. Justin said, since when did someone's private relationship issues affect their work/job? It's not right. No, it's not. Especially when, in my opinion, and the evidence certainly seems to point towards it, Hollywood's treatment of Johnny Depp is all based on lies anyway. My philosophy, my theory, my conspiracy, my whatever on that one. Rich said that they threatened to delete his YouTube channel. Why? What happened there, dude? Will says, I liked Alias. Will Bradley was such a better love interest than Michael Vaughn. Yeah. Kitty Bear says, if they do it as she's being 008 and because James Bond retires and she moves up to become 007, I might be okay with it. I still wouldn't be okay with it. I mean, that's your opinion. Again, I respect that. Don't get me wrong, mate, but I respectfully disagree. No. Nope. It's been literally decades. Like, this is a legacy we're talking about here, right? A legacy of James Bond being male. The whole situation, the way that he acts. It's male. Like, have a female have her own identity in her own right. And not have to use a previous male's identity to bump her up. Can't she bump herself up using her own credentials and her own skills? Without having to rely on a name that literally, historically, legacy-wise, is foremost male. Will says, I was drinking water and then Steph said, I don't have a dong between my legs. Now water is everywhere. I know I come out with some right shiz, don't I? But guys, I don't censor myself. The only thing I do censor myself on is the swearing part, I have to admit, so that these videos don't get flagged. But as my leaders may have experienced yesterday on my members only streams, I swear. You get like the full Stef experience, like with the swearing situation, in that regard. Kitty Bear says, but personally I would have made a movie called 008 first, then in the next movie have her become 007. All right, fair enough. Again, I still respectfully disagree. I understand the sentiment of a female becoming a 007 in terms of like where people are coming from, and the intentions of saying it is, I believe, are good. But when I look into it further and I think about it further, nah. No. 007 is James Bond. He's male. He's done. But before we get to the next article about two of my most favourite people on the earth, speculate in the live chat who they may be. If you haven't already and you're watching either live or on the replay, subscribe to join the Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Because if you're watching live and you're thinking, I can't write in the chat right now, why aren't I allowed to type in the live chat? Why is it closed to me? It's because you're not a member of the tribe and you've got to subscribe. And as soon as you subscribe, the chat magically opens up. Abracadabra, open sesame, and then you can chat with me and we can talk and we can have fun. Because of course, I want to chat with me, so you'd want to chat with me as well. That's basically how I'm going to rationalize that. So there you go. Also, as well, if you would like, and it is certainly optional, guys, there is a nice shiny little button here called join. If you click on that, you can actually become an Alter Nerd tribe leader. There's only one membership level. I'm treating everyone the same and equal. It's $4.99 a month. You get badges, you get custom emojis, we get the member only live streams, member shout outs, and for my Alter Nerd leaders, if you find a strange, weird, wonderful article from the internet and you think, I'd like to know what Steph Scobb would say about this one. You can submit those articles to me at Steph Alter Nerd, either on Twitter or Instagram, and I will make sure that they are in the next edition of Alter News. To be fair, though, it is conditional to YouTube's terms of service. It needs to basically be YouTube friendly. If not, I will respond back and let you guys know as to why. But yeah, as long as it's YouTube friendly, I can add it in. All right. But there we go. Has anyone thought of who my two favorite people are on the universe? For the next article that we're going to be discussing, Wancho says two favorite people. That's easy. Angel and Angel's voice. Okay. Will says, well, James does like the ladies. He could have a daughter or 10 roaming the earth. He could have more than that, to be fair. Felicia says, also the double standard. Bond has hooked up with a lot of women. He has, Felicia. He certainly has. Well, anyway, you guys probably haven't guessed this. But here we go. Ta-da! The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan. Earlier on this week, they were named in the top 100 Time People of the Year situation. And this is from The Mirror. And it says, fans mock awkward new Meghan Markle and Harry photos and say snaps speak volumes. Basically, a lot of people in the UK at the moment are taking the piss out of these pictures. New images have been released. They are named in Times Magazine's list of the 100 most influential people in 2021. But we've mocked the photos for them looking awkward, saying one picture looks overly photoshopped. The images were taken at their £11 million mansion in California. And we see the pictures there. I'm not a fan of these people, guys. For me, they turned their back on their duty and their country. My philosophy, my theory, my conspiracy, my thoughts, my whatever's at this point, what I'm talking about. She knew what she was marrying herself into. I'm sorry. It's BS that she says she didn't know. One taken to Twitter, one person said, terrible retouching job, they look CGI. Another one says, Harry looks completely awkward, peering behind his wife like this. He does look awkward, doesn't he? While someone else said, wow, this photo speaks volumes, there's no hiding who's in control. I know, tell me about it. While a fan who said they were so proud of their inclusion on the list, my only criticism is that the photo looks overly photoshopped and fake. I don't know what the designer and photographer were thinking, but this is not my favourite picture of them. Anyway, congrats to my faves. Some people like them. Harry and Meghan being listed comes as the magazine praised the pair for having compassion for the people they don't know, adding, they don't just opine, they run towards the struggle. I'm sorry, guys, but what struggle? What have they actually done? I don't know what they've done. They're not really good at shouting out what good they've actually done in this world, other than do a freaking Oprah Winfrey interview earlier on this year saying how bad the English press is and how bad England was and how bad the royal family was, and suggesting, not even suggesting, at this point, saying that someone in the royal family was the R word, this, that, and the other. Yeah, we all know about that. But I'm sorry, we don't know about the good of what they're doing in the world. What are they doing with that Archewell Foundation thingy, Bob? What good have they actually done? I'm sorry, I really, really don't know. Other than promote themselves, what the actual deuce, right? So, yeah, the couple say they're humbled. And the short article was profiled by chef Jose Andres, who's the founder of World Central Kitchen. And then he basically gives them a little bit of, I don't know, air up their backsides of how awesome Harry and Meghan apparently are. But it doesn't stop there with the Meghan and Harry train, because we did have, why isn't that loading up? There we go. The Mirror again. How do we know that they're actually doing any good in the world? Great about the self-promotion and the Oprah Winfrey interview, but what good are they actually doing? Well, Prince Harry's distasteful PR stunts have backfired spectacularly, and he's become the court jester. Dudes, in England, these people are not looked upon fondly at all. Prince Harry was spotted playing the fool, juggling in the background of Meghan Markle's 40th birthday video. And the Mirror says, perhaps he can go the whole hog and dress up as a court jester for his own 37th, confirming what many now think of him. I think that's quite funny. The problem for Harry as midlife approaches is his laddish larking around has now worn as thin as his ginger locks. Whinging about his family and the audacity to complain about being cut off financially by his dad have seen the once popular royal frontline action man literally go from hero to zero. And that's the thing, right, guys? Made no mistake about it. He was popular. When Meghan Markle came onto the scene, they were both popular. Everyone absolutely adored them as a couple. We accepted Meghan Markle. There was no two ways about it. We loved her fashion. We loved what she was saying. Everything. It was wonderful, right? And then she married, and then it went downhill from there. Okay? And that ain't because of us, right? I'm sorry. Her attitude, her whole thing changed at that point. And that's what happened here. But there we go. The Sussex's contradictory bad comments in that distasteful PR stunt, the Oprah interview, has backfired spectacularly. Accusing the royal family of harbouring our stuff, being uncaring about Meghan's mental health issues, seems to have rebounded too in the UK and now even in the US. We all know about Harry's tell-all book that's going to be up and coming. No one's looking forward to that. And yeah, Harry apologists say as he puts the final touches to his poisoned pen memoir, he is happier than ever. Fine, whatever. But I'm sorry, bashing the royal family means that you're bashing England as well, and the whole of the United Kingdom Union. That ain't a good look. But is he really content? Is he really thriving? What apart from learning to juggle is he actually freaking doing? Nothing, really. You know, he had all these plans to follow in his footsteps of Princess Diana, with the AIDS campaign and the charities and all that lot. But now, that's all gone. It's all gone. All of it's now is just deals. Your Spotify deals, $150 million Netflix deal. Yeah, we know about those, but we haven't. They've not made any impact, guys, as far as I'm concerned. They're making these mega big book deals in Hollywood, but they've not made any real world difference as far as I'm concerned that's tangible for the world. But they're really, really good at PR, guys. That's my whole thing about it. What are you guys saying in the chat? Will Morris says, influential? Wow, exactly right. Kitty Bear says, I'm about to hurt myself really bad. No. Dude, you all right? What's going on? On the next YouTube crash, I'll smash my head on my desk. Been refreshing every 5 to 10 minutes. Oh my goodness, dude, you just scared me then. Oh, no. Okay. We're all right. Okay, we're okay. Wow, dude. Well, I'm sorry you're having computer issues. I had Big Bertha issues last week, and it just all of a sudden turned off, went, and just off it went. I was just looking on internet, browsing and shiz, and it just went dead. Opened it up, cleaned it out, and it turned back on, and everything seemed to be fine. But then it would It wouldn't do that again, but then when I turned it off and I turned it back on, it wouldn't turn back on. And it had 4 beeps. And I knew what 4 beeps meant. It meant pretty much that my RAM on one of them was screwed. So, yeah, I think I found the controversial RAM, took it out, and now it's all good. And I've never had any issues since. So, yes, I sympathise, Kitty Bear, with your computer issues right now because I've recently had my own. Phil says, it's interesting to hear your opinion of them, Steph. I have no opinion on the matter, but the American media makes them out to be a pair of heroes. Yeah, they do. You can have them. You can have them. Gladly. Have Harry and Meghan. We don't want them. They're all yours. Enjoy. Will Morris says, don't do that, Kitty. Just give it some time. Maybe refresh. Exactly. Kitty Bear, don't hurt yourself. Don't harm yourself, dude. You're all right, okay? If it's screwing up, maybe take out some RAM. Do what I did. No, don't. Don't. Justin Brown says, I thought you were serious when you said they were your favourite people, LOL. I know. As Wancho touched upon earlier on in the chat, that was a little bit of the famous English sarcasm, dude. They are like one of my 2 least favourite people in the whole wide world. There you go. I'm very much a royalist. I adore the royal family. I do not support the abolition of the royal family or anything like that. And if you, for me, the royal family is part of the English identity. Just like the American flag is part of the American identity, right? If someone stomps on the American flag, they have the freedom of right to do so. Burning the American flag, same thing. They've got the freedom of right to do so, but it stings, right? For you guys, as far as I know, that's what I've learned anyway. Kind of a similar thing at our end. You've got the freedom of right to bash the royal family. Okay, fine. But to do so, it does hurt a lot of us, because when you're bashing the royal family, you're also bashing an identity of what England, what the UK is about, UK identity. So yeah, bash the royal family, you're bashing basically every one of us. It's the way that we see it. So there you go. Justin Brown says, I never understood what they did. Okay. The very, very brief version of this is this. Prince Harry, born in royal family, born into privilege, born into wealth, born into a role of duty for his country, right? He accepted it, he took it on. Met Meghan Markle. They got together. He obviously told her what the deuce it was all going to be about. She was put into what was called in the press princess training or duchess training, but basically shown the ropes of what it's like to be in the royal family, what to expect, everything else in between, right? Okay, so she marries Prince Harry with her eyes freaking wide open, guys. Make no mistake about it, of what she was going to be marrying into. Marrying into the royal family means also marrying into a certain duty that you have to this country, and expectations and all that lot. Issue is, when she married into the royal family, she tried to change it, and you can't change an institution like that. You just can't. She wanted to have it all. She wanted to have the royal title and all the trimmings, but have a more personal life. You can't do that because the taxpayer partially funds the royal family. Some of our taxes goes to the royal family to help fund their lifestyle, their castles, the duties that they do, the travel, everything, right? So because of that, we do have an invested interest in their lives, their children growing up, all that lot, right? Not like freaking like a microscope on it, but let's put it this way. When Archie was born, every single royal child of that level in the royal family, when they get christened, you know, or born, let's say, you know, there's pictures released and all that lot. No, not here. They did a private christening. No, not good. Little things like that that amounted up to bigger things. And so, yeah, the biggest thing that they did was leave the royal family. By them leaving the royal family and leaving the country, they not only turned their back on the royal family, but they turned their back on the English people as well. This is my opinion, my theory, my conspiracy, my whatever. By doing so, that was a big, massive insult for the people of the UK. That is ultimately what they did. That is ultimately, as far as I'm concerned, the problem we have with Harry and Meghan. They turned their back on their duty when they shouldn't have done. So does that highlight a little bit more, give you a little bit more an idea of the Harry and Meghan situation in the UK, Justin? Do let me know if that all makes sense. Will says, well, they are certainly polarising. True. Kitty Bear says, I've restarted the PC 4 times already. It's something to do with the RTX 3060 driver. It's on the YouTube videos that crash. Chat will work fine even after. Really? Ew. Maybe update the driver or reinstall it. Maybe, dude. BK Panther, have you tried rolling back to an older stable driver? There you go. Jean is still here, watching me on the TV. Hey, I'm on TV. Get in. I know, that's so silly, isn't it? I'm so sad. I'm so geeky. Anyways, now can't comment in the chat though. Kitty Bear, count to 10 and walk away. There we go. Kitty Bear says, I can watch Netflix, Twitch, and any other streaming service without any problem except YouTube. I can game any game over 24 hours without problems. I know. Jean says the royal family needs to hug it out, Steph. Maybe. I think it'll take more than hugs at this point, lass, but there you go. Kitty Bear says, I tried all the drivers for this car. They all do the same thing, and it's only YouTube no matter what browser I use. Bloody hell. That's why I'm out of options. Nothing left. I can try to fix it. It's got to be a common phenomena that I mean, in that position, I'd just Google and be like, why is YouTube screwing up my life? And see what comes out of that. Justin says it makes sense to him now. Okay, Meghan pretty much messed up the lineage. Yeah, she not only she didn't mess up the lineage because they are still part of the lineage. There's no two ways about it. They're still within the lineage of the throne. That's it. What they messed with though is really abandoning their duty, abandoning the royal family, abandoning the UK. But not only abandoning the UK, completely shizzing on all of us afterwards with their comments on that Oprah interview. Absolute insane. But yeah, we are surely going to be going on to our final article of the evening, and this one is nuts with a capital N, guys. Before we do so, though, if you haven't already and you're watching live or on the replay and you've got this far, make sure that you subscribe to join the Alter Nerd tribe. Like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Because if you're watching live and you're thinking, I can't type in the chat, I can't type in the live chat, why can I not have access to the live chat? Well, if you press that subscribe button, then magically your access to the live chat will appear and you'll be able to chat with me. Yes, wouldn't that be a lot of fun? It will be a lot of fun. I will make sure it's a lot of fun for you only. There you go. Also, as well, it is completely optional. But if you would like, there is a shiny button here. It's the join button. Once you subscribe, you can also, if you'd like, upgrade yourself to become an Alter Nerd tribe leader. There's only one membership level because I want to treat everyone equal. It's $4.99. You get a lot of exclusives, including member-only live streams. And because we are on Alter News, only leaders are able to submit news articles for Alter News. So if you find something on the internet that's wacky and weird, and as long as it's YouTube friendly, DM me at Stef Alter Nerd, and I will make sure that it is included in the next Alter News segment. Because if you're thinking, I'd like to know what would come out of Steph's gob for this article, Alter Nerd leader, send it my way, and yeah, I'll sort you out, guys. But But with that being said, let's go on to the final article of the evening. And let's put it this way. If you had an alligator, would you say that you love him? I know. Weird question, right? Well, it's a weird question for a weird article. This comes from Sky News, guys. Woman attacked by alligator says, I love him. And it shouldn't face any consequences. Lindsay Bull describes the 8-foot creature, given the Star Wars-inspired name, mind you, of Darth Gator, as a member of her family, while its owner says the reptile was just simply having a bad day. Yes, an animal handler attacked by an alligator as crying children looked on. Damn, there were children that witnessed this? What the hell? And Richard says that he's just seen the video as well. He says it was a party of school children that was visiting. We will find out together on this article. Sorry, what was that? Apparently, it was the animal handler's own stupidity as well, according to Richard, who is an unofficial co-host right now of Alter News, guys. Looking at this article, let's read through it together. An animal handler attacked by an alligator as crying children looked on has said she loves the reptile and that it should not face any consequences. Guys, this is nuts! What the hell? And oh my goodness, Maria with tea and telly. Hello, hon. How you doing? Smoochy smooch, my sweetness. Always good to see you. Oh, always good to see you as well, my friend. Thank you so much for joining by. The question, just to remind everyone for this article, is if you had an alligator, would you say that you loved it? Do let me know. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Let's do that. And I'll try and remember. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Yeah. Okay. So Lindsay Bull was left wrestling with the creature after it clamped its jaws down on her hand in front of guests during a child's birthday party. Oh my freaking God. Scales and Tails in Salt Lake City, Utah. She was eventually rescued from the alligator called Darth Gator. To be fair, that is quite a... It's a clever name for it. After visitor Donnie Wiseman leapt into the water and clambered on top of the animal. A visitor? So it wasn't even like an official kind of animal handler dude. Whoa. A video of the incident was viewed by millions online, but Ms. Bull and the Reptile Centre's owner say it should not come to harm as a result of the attack. Ms. Bull, who avoided losing her limb after undergoing surgery, bloody hell, she didn't lose a limb? Whoa. That's lucky. Said, we're going to fight as long as we can to keep him. As long as he's in our care, it is our choice. No consequences are going to happen to him. He was just doing what an animal does. How about this, right? Don't keep alligators as pets. Like, seriously. Alligators as pets? Big freaking no. Dudes can kill. Dudes can eat you alive. Dudes will not have a second thought of freaking tearing your arm off. Like, seriously, why would you want an alligator as a pet? No to this nonsense, no. She told Utah's Desert News she had worked with Darth Gator for more than 3 years and that he had been trained to respond to commands, including to allow her to kiss him on the face. What? Like, she's treating the alligator as a dog, as a domesticated dog. This is an alligator. It's not a dog. You can train it on commands all you want, but its overriding mental capacity is going to be, ooh, human being. Food. Hello? It's freaking dangerous. You can train an alligator all you want, okay? It's still going to be one of the most dangerous freaking animals on the sodding planet, right? They have not survived millions and millions of years through evolution to get to this point where they're still here on this earth, right? Without knowing a thing or two about survival and eating and killing and all that malarkey. Like, seriously, this lass is nuts with a capital N. And this is how nuts she gets. Quote, "Oh, I love him. He is like a member of my family," she said. "That is true of everybody who works there. Everybody loves Darth." No. 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 Not everybody loves Darth. No. She said the attack happened. Okay, here we go. This is her rationale of it all, guys. The attack happened when the alligator became confused because he knew he was about to be fed, saying he mistook her hand for food. For all he knew, it was a piece of chicken. So he grabbed it, she said. I thought he was trained with commands. Can't be both ways. He's either trained or he's not, lass. Seriously. This animal is an alligator. One of the most dangerous animals in the freaking world. Seriously. The dude, the lass is tapped a little bit. My conspiracy, my theory, my opinion, my whatever. Shane Richards, Scales and Tails' owner. That's an interesting title for a company. Clever. Also said the animal would not come to harm while in their hands. I know as long as we have him, he's safe. He was just having a bad day. This article gets freaking worse and worse. He added that his permit to own an alligator was under review and that he hoped it was not rescinded. Animal rights group Peters called for the business to be shut down. So, yeah, I'm not going to show you the video because I think the whole YouTube situation, they might have an issue with that. But you can see a little bit of the picture there. The one of visitors literally trying to grab her off, and there's the alligator, Darth Gator, and there's the crazy lass there, and there's the kids literally watching on. Like, seriously, kids are going to have nightmares on that one. Yeah, alter news. Alternative, weird and wonderful news from the internet. I promise, and I do not disappoint. What did you think to that article, guys? That article's freaking nuts. And me, I would put a big, massive freaking 1 in the live chat. For hell no, I would not say that I love an alligator. No. If anything, I would be like, alligator? Point me in the opposite direction, thank you very much. Not a freaking chance on earth am I going to be anywhere near an alligator unless there is a little bit of a barrier between us where he can't get to me and I can't get to him. More importantly, he can't get to me. Let's put it that way. I think they're a little bit... We're low on the food chain. He's higher up on the food chain. We're lower down. Dudes, like, let's not forget that. But yeah, some people clearly have. What are you guys saying in the chat? Will Morris says that alligator doesn't love her. He just wants her for nefarious purposes. Right, exactly. Alligator doesn't give a shiz. Literally, alligator sees him and thinks, yum, food, and will take any open opportunity to get that food. Will Morris also says weekly rich cameos are great. Hey, I may have him on one day. I may. He says no for now, but we shall see. We shall see. Will Morris says number 2. He would actually say that he loves an alligator. Really? Will? Really? If you were literally butt up to an alligator, the alligator's looking at you, you're looking at the alligator, and you look deep into that alligator's eyes. Let's say it's Darth Gator. You're looking into Darth Gator's eyes. You see those black, dead, staring eyes back at you with those sharp teeth grinning at you. You're still going to say that you love him? Just saying. Phil says, I would never own an alligator, but if I, for some reason, happen to have one, I would try to love it. So, 1, I guess. What? Guys, you're nuts! Same question to you, Phil, of what I've just asked of Will. BK Panther says she didn't lose it, but she probably doesn't have full functionality anymore. Probably not. But she probably has enough functionality to still be able to have a normal life because they did say that they saved the limb, so that's probably a good thing. And Felicia says, hang on. Will Morris said 1, 2. Will Morris, I'm getting, do you know what? I knew I was going to forget. Yeah. Number 1 for yes, number 2 for no. Will Morris said 2, Phil said 1. Okay, Will Morris would not say I love you to an alligator. I retract my previous statement of Will. I apologise. Bloody hell, I'm having a great time right now. Oh my goodness, my brain's pretty much checked out now for the rest of the week. I think we're done. Will Morris would say, no, I do not love Darth Gator. Phil says, yes, he would. Phil, you're nuts. Felicia Pierce says, a woman had her face eaten by a chimpanzee and it got put down. There you go. To be fair, the woman shouldn't have had a chimpanzee in the first place. Again, it's another animal that shouldn't be owned, all right? Should be in the wild. It's too much for a human being. You cannot domesticate a chimpanzee. You cannot domesticate a gator. Why are people so nuts on these things? BK Panther says, typically when gators bite, they do a roll and tear off the limb. Yeah, the famous death roll that they do. Phil says, I grew up on Crocodile Hunter episodes. Even dangerous reptiles need a hug now and then. I grew up on Crocodile Hunter as well. Dude was a freaking legend before I got taken out by a stingray. But dude was a legend. Dude knew what he was doing. And had a zoo. Slightly different than having a company such as this one that would do birthday parties with kids with alligators. I think that's slightly different. What else are you guys saying? Felicia says, Felicia's got me on a TV as well, and there's a 10-second delay. Hey, I'm on TV! Yes! Dream come true. BK Panther says, reptiles can't be trusted. Exactly. Will says, sad truth is that there are thousands of people who are like that lady. I know. Anyone has watched what was it? The Tiger King last year. Like one of the biggest crazes that happened during the height of the lockdown. And I think it said in there's like a fact, unless I've dreamt this, that says that there are more tigers that are privately owned. There are more tigers that are in private ownership than there are that's in the wild. Like, think about it. That's nuts. That's nuts. I am not having a freaking tiger, like, rocking around, chilling out in my living room. I ain't got a death wish. I'd like to live a nice, long life as long as possible. Do you know what I mean? And I think having a tiger just chill out in your house, in your living room and whatnot, I don't think would be helping that cause. I'm just saying. So, yeah. BK Panther says, I hate alligator taste like chicken. Yeah, I've heard that in certain states or certain parts of America, alligator is a delicacy or something along those lines and that it does taste like chicken. I have heard of that before. It would be certainly something that I would be interested in if it's legal, of course. But, you know, there you go. I'm a meat eater. Sorry, I am. I am. I'm meat eater. I'm Italian. I was born to eat meat. I was born with a gob and I was born to eat meat. I'm Italian. What can you say? I'm English, but I've got Italian heritage. That's really what I should be clarifying there. Anyways, Will Morris says 2 was a no, LOL, I thought. Exactly. And then you've found my apology and he's like, no apology needed. It was funny either way. There you go. Yeah. Phil says, I would never own an alligator, being the most important part of that statement, Steph, LOL. Yes, but you'd still be like in front of Darth Gator, looking into his big, black, dark, dead eyes and its teeth baring at you, with his tongue being like, as in, he's looking at you as you are his next meal. And you'd still say that you love him. I won't. I'd freaking run in the opposite direction and be like, "Later, Darth Gator. Not a chance. Bye." Phil says, "That was funny, Phil. I got a good that was funny, Will. I got a good laugh out of that, and of course I would never actually want to give an alligator a hug." I'd hope not, because an alligator's version of a hug isn't a hug. Kitty Bar says, "No carnivore can be trusted." I can. Sorry, hang on. What was that, Richard? So yeah, where was it? No carnivore can be trusted. Well, sorry, dude. I'm a meat eater. I say it how it is, and it is what it is. I like to eat meat. BK Panther, does private ownership include zoos? I think there's different types of ownership when it comes down to it. Zoos are private ownership, yes, but it's a different type. They have special enclosures. They have people that are trained, that have the necessary qualifications, that have the insurances, that have everything that's legitimately in place to make sure that the animal is safe, but also the people around are safe as well, right? You have a zoo that's all professional, legit, and then you have someone's random house with an alligator living there or whatever, or a tiger. Do you see the distinction? You see what I'm getting at? BK Bamfer says they eat gator in Florida. Ooh! Well, Andy, my mate from Popcorn Planet, lives in Florida, and when I do eventually go over to America, I'll base myself majority in Florida, so yay! I may have the opportunity then to try some gator. That'd be interesting. Phil says, I'm Italian as well, Steph. Gotta have our meats and pasta. Hell yes! And the cheese. And the cheese, yes. There's an Italian cheese called Galbanini. Absolutely love Galbanini. Will says, lovely meal you just described. Damn right. Justin says, I'm also a meat eater and proud. Yes. Proud meat eater. Booyah. And Kitty Bear says, you are not a carnivore, you are an omnivore. There is no way you can convince me you only eat meat and nothing else. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I understand that. I eat meat, but I also eat vegetables, and I eat meat and non-meat stuff. Put it simply like that, yes. I eat meat and I eat non-meat stuff. So yes. I'm not 100% carnivore because I eat other things as well, but I do eat meat. So, okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying there, Kitty Bear. Fair enough, I stand corrected. Thank you very much for the education, my friend. And Justin Brown says, although my wife is a pescatarian. All right. Does that mean that she only eats fish? If she is to eat any meat, it would just be fish only. Is that what it means? Do let me know. Guys, though, it is 9:10, so I'm going to be winding this stream down. I'm preparing my video. It's the 1-minute review on Shazam from the member-only stream that I had yesterday. I have some thoughts on it. It's going to be controversial, I think, so keep your eyeballs and ear holes out for that one, because that will certainly be coming out shortly. Next week, you're going to have your weekly editions of Alter Philosophy and Alter Reality. Alter Philosophy on Tuesday will be on Zelda. I'm going to do a little mini-series of Zelda for Alter Philosophy. I'm on that Zelda kick at the moment, so I'm just going where the madness is taking me on that one. And Alter Reality for next Thursday will be the top 10 most insane conspiracy theories on 007. James Bond. Yes, it's happening. I've got it already, and oh, dude, those conspiracy theories, some of them are totally freaking bonkers. It is untrue. Will Morris says fish is good. Fish bones, though, not so much. And Justin said, yes, only fish. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, holy fish, fair play. Guys, I'm pretty much going to wrap up now, so I would like to say thank you to everyone that joined for this stream, kept me company, interacted and everything else. Absolutely adore you all. Thank you especially to Mexican Iron Man, Jean Rick, legend herself, and Justin Brown for the super chats and the donations. You guys are freaking amazing. Thank you also to my Alter Nerd Tribe leaders for the extra support that you provide as well. You guys are freaking amazing. Just to round this off, just to be the, a professional-ish YouTuber of the world, if you are watching this live or on the replay and you haven't done so already and you want more than me, subscribe to join the Alter Nerd Tribe, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And if you've got this far on the replay, and bloody hell, wow for getting this far, comment down below which was your favourite Alter News article that we touched upon this week and why. Once you do subscribe, if you want to upgrade your status from Alter Nerd member, you can do so. You can join and become an Alter Nerd Tribe leader. It's just one membership level, $4.99 a month. You get all these exclusives, custom awesome emojis for your visual pleasure, and a lot more that's going to come that I'll add to this membership level. But yeah, I'm just treating everyone the same. One membership level, done and dusted. But yeah, stay tuned for all the goodness that's coming on Stef The Alter Nerd, the channel, next week. But that is it for this particular stream. Thanks again for everyone that's joined. Make sure that you hop on over to the Green Zone, support their stream, support their charity and what they're doing at the moment. It's definitely for a good cause. And until the next time, you guys, laters.